Hey friends, it is me again. So I wanted to pop on here and address a few questions I've been receiving recently about our Slenderiiz system. Had someone the other day who's having great results, but she doesn't understand why. She um she asked, what is it in the drops that really make you feel so good as you're making progress? Um, what is it that kind of gives you that pep in your step and all the things that so many of us really love about this program? So our Slenderiiz drops, and when you hear me talk about the drops, I'm referring to these two bottles that come together, called Slenderiiz when you get them in. And Slenderiiz drops contain a blend of Ayurvedic herbs. It's the blend that makes it so beneficial to the body. It is not any one ingredient over the other, although there's one that I get a lot of questions about, and we'll talk a little bit about that. Um, but the blend is what makes it so beneficial. It's very diluted. That's what homeopathy is. But together, it's the blend that helps them achieve a few things. And so, real quickly, they help to reset fat metabolism. So, some of the ingredients really signal fat mobilization rather than muscle breakdown, which is very important and a huge benefit to us. Another thing they're really targeting is craving and appetite support, control, if you will. So some of those ingredients really target sugar cravings and emotional eating. Those two together, I don't know about everybody else, but those two have been a struggle for me for many years. I had always been such an emotional eater, a stress eater. I ate if I was happy and elated about something in celebration. I ate if I was sad. I ate if I was stressed, but it always seemed to be tied to emotions. We have ingredients in this blend that actually target some of that and can help to simmer that down, your reaction to those emotions, to always turn to food. Part of that is by decreasing those sugar cravings. Um, they also signal hormone balance. This is where one of those ingredients I get asked about so much comes in. Thyroidinum. If you've not had a question about that, or you may not even be aware it's in the product, um, it is an ingredient that in homeopathy, which is a very important point, homeopathy is really what this blend is about. It's why it can be so beneficial in such minute diluted amounts. So thyroidinum is linked to metabolism and energy. It has traditionally been used to support a sluggish thyroid, um, the symptoms of that sluggish thyroid, like fatigue, weight gain, slow metabolism, also mood and motivation. When energy lifts, I've had so many people say it was like a dark cloud lifted. It was like I suddenly had energy left in the evening after work. When that energy begins to lift, people people often feel much more clear in the mind, more motivated. And those are all great things because then we're going to feel like moving our body more. Water balance. So homeopaths, people who specialize in this dilutional method of herbs, sometimes note that thyroidinum also has some influence on decreasing fluid retention and body weight. Um, so Slenderize is like and really specifically the ingredient thyroidinum is almost like a signal to the body's regulatory system, reminding the metabolism to wake up and function more efficiently. So think of it almost like a metabolic spark plug is kind of what I see in my mind when I talk about that ingredient. So back to the original question of why people notice results and why they feel good along the way. So the system isn't just one remedy, right? It's a carefully chosen combination, not only of those Ayurvedic herbs in the blend, but also some lifestyle support. We may recommend not only just a cleaner style of eating, which is can have countless benefits and health and wellness benefits. Wellness is really the root of all health. Um, so we do have our food list, right? That is God's food. It is meat, it's vegetables, it's fruit, and it's healthy fats that are from the earth. That's very important. It's not things that have been run through the meal and changed into everything but what it started as. But also other supplements that may help to remineralize the body, add some extra nutritional value into the body that we can't always achieve in our um, in our food list. So something like a giving greens, just to get those 2.5 pounds of greens and veggies in our diet, is a great one. Rejuvenix, our protein shakes. There's a lot of other things, but just some other added nutrients sometimes. But the clean eating list is enormous. That food list. So you have the lifestyle support. You also have that homeopathic blend, including that thyroidinum, gives the energetic cue to the body's metabolism. And then there's a behavioral piece. Just like in this group, there's a bit of accountability. Whoever you're working with in the company tends to check on you and cheer you along the way, provide some extra tips for success, really kind of coach you along the way. But to know that they're going to check on you helps people actually follow through consistently. That's why I think it's great to have a band of people together doing this together, not only in this group, but if you have a sister, a friend, a mama, an aunt, a brother, a father-in-law, someone that you can kind of lock arms with and do it together, it helps so much. And we see a lot of couples really getting well here together. Um, and so that's important. And if you've ever watched, this is a complete side note, but if you've ever watched the documentary Blue Zones, every blue zone on the globe also discusses the importance of relationships and community in their long-term wellness. So together, these things really create a feeling of balanced hunger. So you're not just having so many cravings, boosted energy. You're less sluggish. You have a more steady fat loss rather than that yo-yo dieting that I had certainly, just from personal experience, been someone who struggled with that for many years. So, in summary, just to make this simple altogether, everything I've said, Slenderiiz doesn't rely on stimulants or harsh chemicals to achieve results. Instead, it really uses the homeopathic blend. It that just kind of gently reminds the body its metabolism, how to function the way it was designed. When you pair that with better nutrition, your body has not only the signal from the blend, but it also has the resources it needs to begin to burn fat more efficiently, balance the cravings, and protect lean muscle. Very important. Protect the lean muscle because that's going to continue to help your metabolism to be fired. Um, and so that's it in a nutshell. That's why people feel so well on this. It also has, in those ingredients, it has some ashwagandha and some rhodiola and very dilute homeopathic amounts that really does help to elevate mood and energy and those things as well. So it's about the blend. It's the blend and all these multiple factors we use along the way that just really become part of our lifestyle as we go. So if you have other questions, drop them below, and myself or someone in the group will get you an answer. Thank you. Bye-bye.